There's a god called Abraxas in Persia. And Abraxas is a god, a form of Horus, with a rooster head. He's a chicken. Now, in here is an ancient Egyptian recipe for healing. And you heal with fried chicken. And the fried chicken recipe is called Our Lord Jesus Christ. Ain't that a bitch? Now, it's ironically, these people, how would they ever know that we would become that fond of the chicken? Now, on A&E, you know, the History Channel, they have a special called American Eats. And they trace everything in this country that we eat in fast food, or where we eat in restaurants, and the origin where it came from. But ironically, when they got on fried chicken, they had to go back to slavery. And they said it was a slavery invention. And they said especially when we became segregated and Jim Crow and we couldn't eat in certain places, they had to fry the chicken, because frying it preserved it, and they gave us a fried chicken, a banana, some fruits in a shoebox. And then that damn, all of a sudden the colonel come up with a fucking box. Shit is all from slavery. But the point I'm trying to make here is, now this has happened. Now, the sister back there, Hemmitt, you said that you what did you eat recently?
Fried, I had the fried
you was a vegetarian. You was a vegetarian, and you got some hot wing fried chicken. I'm going to show you how this thing works metaphysically, to let you know I ain't stupid. Now, one thing I do know is goddamn spirit. I went in the bathroom the other night sleepwalking. First time I ever did this shit in my life. Sleepwalking. Went in the bathroom and fell and hit my head, my neck, on the fucking tub. Crack! Got up. Because Linda, my queen, saw me. She said, what's up? So I felt a little embarrassed. So I got up and made like I was pissing. And I went back to bed. And nothing never happened to me. Because I was in that other dimension. And that when you're in that spinning animation in that other dimension, I hit my head. It would have been, I would have really been mentally retarded by now. It hit so hard. It should say boom. And a big nigga got some weight on him too. You know that's when motherfucker fall like that, it's a hard fall. He don't like shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's like Big Mama falling and shit. Broke a goddamn hip. Now, but, where I was going with this shit? Anyway. Now, I do know this based on what happened. Now, the brother Rouge, the same thing happened. He was vegetarian for 14 years, and the spirit told him, I think it was Urzuli told him, no one Urzuli was a spirit called Zeta Kuma, which is a form of Kali. And she came through and she told this nigga she wanted him to get some shrimp. And that nigga started eating that shrimp and ate it for 2-3 months. From a vegetarian, you supposed to be sick as a dog.
That's right.
Especially with some damn shellfish. But, now what was the metaphysical aspect about this? For some reason, I'm just giving you the text. This shit says a recipe for fried chicken and a large rooster called Jesus Christ God, which is Horus God. The chicken is Jesus. Well, it brought me more fucking satisfaction than a white man on a goddamn wall in a church. Let's be real about this shit. Now, the point I'm trying to make is some cracker on the wall on the church. This shit, it brought me more satisfaction, because if you can get your ass some chicken, you might not starve to death.
That's right. And you can get chicken anytime tonight.
You goddamn right. Now, church and all of that. My point here is this is what I'm trying to find out now. Normally, I could not stand before you as an intellectual and tell you about chicken But you know me, I have done enough. I brought all these books. You know I have done over the years, I've done all this intellectual work. So I've earned the right to let you know when some shit ain't no bullshit. And it's in, I brought it to you in a book, Ancient Christian Magic, by Marvin Mayer, M-E-Y-E-R, and Richard Smith. In this particular Coptic thing, and they got this thing on page 273. I'm documenting shit in history. 273. Now, what's going on here about this? This is one aspect of the fried chicken, and I think prophecy. So shit went down, and why we associate with the chicken, and why the chicken is synonymous to the Christ spirit. That's the first thing I want to deal with. Number two is this. If you sick, and your soul start craving something, and you deny your soul what it's craving, your soul is sending you a signal saying, I can produce enough energy to find out what's wrong with you, providing you give me what I'm craving. But if you deny that, then what happens here is you get sicker and sicker and sicker, because you can do two things. You can cure the symptoms of the physical body with the bullshit the doctors give you and all the so-called health shit of sustaining, or you can cure the cause by dealing directly with the soul. And your soul might say, motherfucker, I want some ice cream. I want some ho-hos, some ding-dongs, some Skittles. See what I'm saying? Some ring-dings. You see what I'm saying? Some Mary Jane candy, some shit. You like, fucking Mary Jane, that's some shit from when I was a baby. No, your spirit is saying, no, you need to go back when you was a baby. We're talking about a metaphysical realm and an ecological system. Sometimes if you transfer your soul's memory back to a time when you wasn't sick, it might say, I want a motherfucking old English 800. Tell you how the metaphysical thing goes. Because see, you can get into a lot of things. I knew a nigga with a picture health, vegetarian, all this kind of shit here. This motherfucker meditate, do all this shit here, karate master, got in front of his class and had a goddamn heart attack. Because he was not giving the soul what it needed. Now, it might not be no fried chicken, it might not be no shit like that. But you got to give the soul what it needs, and the only way you can do that is you got to go beyond the adulthood and go back to the childhood. And it's not even childhood, it's called being innocent. Innocence. That's the only way the soul works. Because there's the soul and then there's the ego, which thinks it is a human and it's not. Your soul is trapped by this person that thinks it's human and thinks it's real and it's not. So you got to go past that where the soul says, I remember one time you had some Popeyes before you got all sophisticated. Now, whatever that nigga was that was eating that, you got to produce that nigga to give me that shit what I might have had in 1985. See what I'm saying? It's all based on memory. And all based on transferring yourself to another dimension when you wasn't sick. What's that?
You notice that women do that a lot when they're pregnant.
Right.
Could that be happening to the child?
It's all symbiotic type of behavior. It's got a lot to do with just that we don't study certain things, and plus we go by shit mainly by people who just still trying to figure the shit out. Like they say, the white man will dissect the bullfrog. And take him motherfucking 10, 20, 30 years to learn the bullfrog, where they say the African used to observe the bullfrog and study its actions. They show you that in the basic Kung Fu movie. Don't cut the cat up, study the cat. See what I'm saying? Study the cat. Case in point, I came from a land, a town, where everybody in the town was like, every woman of the town was like their Medea in the Medea family reunion. So when I saw that on TV and I saw him jump on that motherfucker in the bus, I said, no, I got to go see that. That's some spirit shit. I don't care he in the dress. I got to see. I said, because I had a grandma.